Okay, people, welcome once again to D&Z TV. It just seems that we are going to be in the realm of calamities and more calamities as we don't understand what's happening again in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, because it seems right now one day one trouble, one day one trouble, as the new trouble on the block right now is Ooni himself too is missing. We brought you information few hours ago that it was the staff of office that was missing. They were looking for the staff, looking for the crown, they couldn't find it. And just few hours from the time of this video, all of those things were actually there. And suddenly now they are no more. So it's kind of crazy that while we are still battling the fact that the staff and crown are missing, Naomi herself now too is missing. And you begin to wonder that what exactly is happening. How can everybody just be missing, missing, missing? Naomi literally is missing, crown is missing, staff is missing, and now we are hearing that the Ooni himself too is missing. These are very difficult times, for everybody. It's actually no time for anyone to cast blames and aspersions or anybody. It's just time for people to look inwardly at the challenge that caused this thing. There's something called law of cause and effect. Yeah, law of cause and effect now shows that there are certain things that if you do not do very well, somehow they'll come back to haunt you. And when they come back to haunt you like that, they come with they come with what we call legions. They come with a lot of other people and other challenges, and it now becomes like a chain reaction. Because if you look at it very well now, you notice that we seem to have more like a chain reaction happening right now in the Oni's palace. As I can't understand how a staff of office will be missing, the crown will be missing, and suddenly Oni himself is missing. All attributes, all attributes put towards finding him has actually proven very, very abortive, and it seems to be getting worse by the day. It seems to be getting very, very difficult by the day. That something like this could happen, and suddenly we now find ourselves in this kind of chaotic situation. It's really chaotic because the Oni is not just a small person. The Oni is a um, very significant figure, in the Yoruba nation. Not just the Yoruba nation, but in the in the in the in Africa as a whole, because he happens to hold the title of the most luxurious traditional ruler in the whole of this kingdom. So when someone like that now becomes a challenge or a problem, you now know that we are in a very deep issue, and the way it's deep like this, it calls for serious worry, and it calls for serious action. Yes, it calls for serious worry and action, because we literally cannot understand how a first class monarch like the Ooni of Ife could be missing right in his own palace, with all the security guards around, all the Oloris, everybody, with all the people who are filled there, and yet someone like the Oni is missing. So it really calls for some serious worry. But I think what we should understand mostly is the fact that um, not minding the mistakes he has made, because it is evident that everybody could make a mistake, and making this kind of mistake has actually propelled the Oni to have the opinion that he has actually lost control of his palace. Yes, he has lost control of his palace. He has he has literally he doesn't really have any stronghold on the palace anymore. And when someone does not have a stronghold on the palace anymore like this, you're definitely bound to have a lot of psychological issues and stress. And the Oni, in his own magnanimity right now, the Oni in his own standard right now has the capacity to extricate and change things, but it's still been very difficult for him to do. So it being difficult for him to do has put himself in a very tight corner, you know. He has put himself in a very tight corner. He has actually made himself a a a fixated entity, you know, because I mean, look at his level, look at his standard, look at everything he stands for, and right now, um, he can't even, it's really bad when you can't even, um, more like have a control over your family, you know, not to talk of having a control over the circumstances surrounding you. Because right now, the way it is, the circumstances surrounding Oni are a little bit difficult. Yes, they're a little bit difficult. And when things are a little bit difficult like this, you will find out that um, putting things in order now becomes very hard, you know. So now the thing now is, so now who do we hold responsible, for the Oni's missing? He's missing. Now it's not enough that the crown is missing. It's not enough that the staff of office is missing. The one that we're talking about now is that the owner himself is missing, which makes this thing quite a little bit complicated. So all hands are actually on deck right now to make sure that the Oni is found. And when this is done, when this happens, we pray and wish that the Oni gets back to his senses again, so that he can actually be put his house in control, and also put his house in order, because that is actually the first thing that he should try and do and understand. All right, people, this has been D&Z TV. We're super excited that you're part and parcel of this video. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, we urge you right now to click on the subscription button, comment, like, and share this video. And let us keep the conversation going as it should. All right, thank you, and see you some other time. Bye bye.